Navajo tacos. I already have my beans boiling on the stove. And I'm not feeding an army today, so all I put in was 4 cups of water, a cup of pinto beans. Right now I'm getting ready to get the dry ingredients put into my little KitchenAid bowl, since that's how I'm going to make my fried bread today. So here in Ohio, I don't have bluebird flour, so this is my my alternative right here is Pillsbury Doughboy or Pillsbury brand all-purpose flour. I don't know. It works for me. This is my only alternative, and I really can't get bluebird out here. So what I'm going to do here, normally what I do is I just dump it in there, but I think today I'll just go ahead and dump in probably 4 cups. Just to start, but usually you end up adding in more flour. So, 1 cup. Alright, there's 4 cups of flour to start. And then get your baking powder. I was taught to use, or just grew up using Clabber Girl. So, but you can use whatever works for you. There's really no set way as to how to make it, because so many people make their fried bread a whole lot more different. Some of them use powdered milk. Some do just add these dry ingredients, but I got 1 tablespoon. I got a heaping tablespoon right here, which should work. And then, I have Himalayan pink salt, and this is the only salt I have. Well, I have other salt, but I like using this one a lot more better. But I just give it a good couple of grinds in there. That's probably just like a teaspoon, half a teaspoon in there. And then, with me, I know some people, this is how they make biscuits, but I put in a little bit of Crisco, because for me it helps the elasticity of the dough. It just makes my fried bread a little bit more easier to make. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put it on my KitchenAid. I'm doing it the cheater way. Next, I'm going to get me probably going to do like a cup of hot milk. Some people put in dried powdered milk, but with me, when I make my fried bread, I like to get a little bit of milk. And heat it up in the microwave, and usually I just put it on the beverage setting, which is on my microwave, it's 1 minute and 40 seconds. Get my little dough ready. Alright, now that the milk is done heating up in my microwave, I'm going to take it over here and I'm going to gradually pour it into the KitchenAid. And I start off on a lower setting and I get it to mix all the dry ingredients. And you want to do that gradually, otherwise if you do it, just pour it all in there at once, it's not gonna, I feel like it makes it a little bit more clumpy. water, and I just fill up maybe 2 cups, but maybe I'll use the 2 cups, sometimes I won't, but that just gives me some water to gradually pour in. Because right now it's like really clumpy, and this, if you pour it all up in there at once, it's going to either be really sticky or it's going to be really like lumpy, or it's not going to come out right. So I just gradually pour it in, and with the KitchenAid it usually pushes all the dry ingredients up on the side, so all I do is just, I have to pour it on each side and get some water to run down and make sure that the little hook is grabbing all the flour inside the bowl. I know it's just right, or when I need to stop, when all the dry ingredients are either picked off the side from the dough and it doesn't have that flaky looking texture. You want it to look smooth at the same time. Can't be sticky, otherwise it'll just stick to your hands when you try to clap it out. But I just use the KitchenAid just to get it started, you know, just to have it already mixed up. Alright, now this is what the texture, the consistency should look like. All the dry ingredients have been picked off the wall. And what I'm going to do, because sometimes it just likes to stick to the hook, I just kind of twirl it around, get off all that dough. And I'm going to turn it off anyway to scrape off the dough. It feels just right. I'm going to take it out of the bowl. I'm going to knead it with my hands. At the same time, I'm going to roll it around, get it nice and smooth. Just go like that, because still going to knead it, but I get it mixed up and all everything into the doughy texture of it. And look, that's how it's supposed to look. And I just do it like this. Roll it out. Get all the dry ingredients and everything. Put some air into it, and then roll it into a smooth ball. I mean, this right here, this dough would probably yield 5 pieces of fried bread, maybe even 4. Perfect. Perfect. And then I just place it back into the bowl like that. And I get a towel, and you just want to let it rest for 15 minutes, 30 minutes. And you can let it rest for however long, but if you're ready, if your beans and everything is already all done and cooked up, and you're already ready to put everything together, then you know your fried bread will be ready in 15 minutes, and you can go ahead and clap it on out. But I'm just going to let it rest for a little bit. Alright, now I'm about ready to get my fried bread started. I'm getting my Crisco into the pan to melt down. I haven't turned on the stove yet, but I'm just kind of scooping out some Crisco to put in. Some people like to use lard, but I always grew up with my family using Crisco, and it seems to work. Crisco is melting down now, getting it all ready. And I put in like 5 scoops, but you know, if you need to add in more, that's alright. Scoop in another spoonful of Crisco. You gotta get it hot, but don't turn the heat way up, otherwise you could end up burning your oil. Turn on my fan because making fried bread really smokes up, smells up the place. You know, some people do their beans differently, but as for me, what I did here was I put in half a pound, or not half, like yeah, half a pound of hamburger meat and a packet of McCormick's taco seasoning, and came out just perfect. So I got my beans and my hamburger meat all seasoned and ready to go. As of right now, it's just simmering, but I'm trying to let a little bit of the water evaporate so it's not as runny. And what I want to do right now, before I start stretching out my dough, I need a bowl to put my fried bread in. Back with my bowl, you want to put a paper towel napkin in your bowl, so that way when you pull out your fried bread, the grease can just go right up in there. And I'm just going to break off a piece of the dough, roll it into a ball. You just want to smash it down, get it into a nice round circle, and then peel it back like that. And what I noticed when you want to flip fry bread is you want to stretch out your dough. And some people just start from stretching out from the outside, but then they start having all this dough in the middle, and it's really hard to clap out. So what I noticed is you just start pulling your dough outward, getting all the dough that's in the center of this little ball, and pull it outward like that. And as you can see, it's already stretching. Turn down the grease a little bit because it's not yet ready. When it's ready, it's smoking up. And then continue stretching out your dough. Stretch. Need to grease out the burner really quick. Sitting there burning. Yeah. You just want to keep stretching out your fried bread like this. As you can see, as I told you, you have less dough in the center. You want more dough on the outside to work with, so you can stretch it out. And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm stretching out this dough. And that's the whole purpose of the clapping, is that it stretches it out, and you have all that weight on the outside of it to stretch it out. Put my grease back on the burner. And be careful when you're doing this, because it's grease, and grease is really scary to work with. Now what you want to do is poke a little hole in the middle, because when you throw it in hot grease, it starts to bubble up. You may wonder when to turn it over. Well, it starts to turn golden brown on the outside, but this is what it should look like. I can see a little bit of golden brown, and I'll flip it over. What it should look like. Put it out. Put it in here. Let me add in a little bit more Crisco. Be careful doing this because you don't want to just drop it in there. That melt down, then I'm going to take it back off the burner again while I clap out another piece of fried bread. Now the fried bread's done. I made about 6 fried bread, but now we're going to put the Navajo tacos together. Get our fried bread, get our chili, and we're just going to pour this chili on top of the fried bread. Like so, and then we're going to get the rest of our fixins. Get our lettuce, put it on top. Some tomatoes if you like tomatoes. Some people just like plain. You can eat it however you want. This is how I like mine. I like some tomatoes. It's good with paste pecani sauce as well if you want to add a little bit of spice, but I don't have no paste. And then you get some cheese. This regular old sharp cheddar cheese. Sprinkle that on top of your Navajo taco, and there you go. How you make Navajo tacos. Alright, now I'm going to christen my new plates with Navajo tacos, but also see what they taste like, see if they came out just how I remember them. They sure as heck did. Really simple, really easy. My only ingredients that I really used for the chili beans was pinto beans soaked overnight. And then I used a cup of pinto beans. And then I used 4 cups of water. Put it in a pot about that size if you don't want to use it, if you don't want to feed an army. This is what I did. I used 4 cups of water, cup of pinto beans soaked, cooked it for about an hour and a half, or up until the beans start getting soft. And then I got my ground beef, and then I just sort of mashed it up, chopped it up like you would if you were getting ready to brown it, put it in, and then just let the meat cook in the water and the beans. And then after that, I put in a packet of McCormick's taco seasoning. Other people do it different ways, but I'm only using the resources that I had, and it came out looking very decent, like I remember it back home. So that's my video for today on how to make Navajo tacos.